Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
Hey, we the only team don't play games. Championship rings need champagne. Babylon can't stop this campaign. Rampage, cause I know why the heathen rage. Cause the guys be bringing it out. This kingdom we bringing it down. Lost sheep we done been found. Wait until we get a crown. Crown talk, yeah, this that crown talk. Nehemiah don't want be like Nino Brown now. Cause this that king talk. Real life king talk. Like Solomon, I see things clearly like a greenhouse. The wordplay can't get colorful. The scriptures cutting you the butter too. Not to mention we a living legend. Don't know what to do when a myth is standing right in front of you. You better watch and just take notes. The father sent a flood, then a rainbow. But his son coming back with fire. So it ain't gonna be no more scapegoats. Let me tell you what the prophecy, unparalleled with the prophecies. Stopping fritz, bodies in the street. My people property in this monopoly. Call it America, where the dreams come true. When nightmares and the demons come too. The sodomite agenda. I don't give a damn if you offended. Cause this
look at it. The one on this side. You go from here to there. Sunday is the first day, right?
That's right.
It's the first day of the week. Now what's the seventh day of the week? Saturday.
That's right.
Saturday. So the seventh day of the week is Saturday. I'm going to prove it even more. Let me get Matthew 28:1. Watch this.
Bring it out.
Even the Bible, even the people in the Bible during the time of Christ knew that the seventh day of the week was Saturday. Watch this. Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 28 and verse 1. In the end of the Sabbath.
At the end of the Sabbath, right?
As it began to dawn towards the first day of the week.
Towards the first day of the week. We just found out the first day of the week is Sunday. So it says at the end of the Sabbath, towards the first day of the week,
right,
which is Sunday, right? So now we know that the seventh day is Saturday. Now go back to Exodus 28. Read it again.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
To keep it holy. We gotta say, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
So that's why he said 6 days shalt thou labor. He said on the seventh day you should not do any work. So that's one stipulation on how to keep the Sabbath day holy. No work. Now let me get Nehemiah. Nehemiah. How you doing, sister? What we doing? We show our people that who we are according to the Bible. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. We are God's chosen people.
Right.
Comedic practices. If you come over here for a second, we'll answer that question for you. Just pull over here for a second. Just for 5 minutes.
We're going to answer that.
Hold on. Okay, all praise. Okay, well, we don't, sis, where did the comedic practice come from? Egypt, right? Let me get that again. Leviticus 18:1. I'm going to answer your question with one scripture. Watch this. So you say it came from Egypt, right? You said it came from Egypt. Watch this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 1.
Do you believe in the Bible?
It's mixed up when they did come into, when they took over our ancestral practices. Like right now, all underneath the Roman Catholic Church, all the ancient artifacts.
I got you. I understand. But listen to this. Listen though. Listen.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt,
After everything y'all learned in Egypt, read,
wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
shall ye not do. So the Bible don't believe in comedic practices, my sister. God don't believe in that. So if you believe in God, then you'll follow his word. And not believe in that. Come pull over. This the King James version. Said come pull over. No, he was a black man. He was a king of Europe and the king of Scotland. He was a black man.
Right.
And we can prove that. He was a king of England and the king of Scotland. It was a black man. Anybody got a Bible dictionary? Anybody got a Bible dictionary? Get a Bible dictionary. Say what? No, we believe in the Holy Bible, sis. This all the knowledge you need. This all the knowledge you need. How can something come from the beginning of time? But listen, just listen. Watch this. Get King James version. It was translated from Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. How can something predate Hebrew language? Okay, let me ask you this. What language was Noah speaking? What does that got to do with what you just said, though? What does that got to do with what you just said, though? Okay, we're gonna read this. You got that?
Bible.
Okay, bring the Bible. Give me hold that. Give me Isaiah 28 and 9. Isaiah 28 and 9. Cause you say you speak a lot of languages, sis, right? All right, we're gonna see. Let's see something about that right there. You got it?
Yeah. Straight with the language up. Started now. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Whom shall he teach knowledge and make understand doctrine? Because we got a lot of doctrines in the world. Like comedic is a doctrine. Read.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
So he said the only ones that can teach doctrine is the ones that's weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Read.
For precept must be upon precept.
Precept must be upon precept. Precept is the commandments. Read.
Precept upon precept. Line upon line. Line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
Here a little and there a little. That's why we go from here and there through the Bible. Read. Watch this.
For with stammering lips and another tongue.
He said with stammering lips and another tongue. What does another tongue mean, sis? What does that mean? But this is the question I'm asking. What does it mean to say another tongue? What does it mean? Another language. It means another language. And so read that again. Watch this.
For with stammering lips and another tongue.
So from different languages, read.
Will he speak to this people?
Will God speak to his people? So it doesn't matter what language it came from. What do we speak now? English. We all speak English fluently. So we using the King James version, the English version, to speak God's word. Now watch this. Read that. You got that? Yeah. Read.
King James version from the Bible. Zondervan.
This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. The scholars wrote this book. Read.
King James version. When Elizabeth died in 1603, the crown passed to James I, who had been king of Scotland for 37 years as James VI. Several months after he ascended the throne of England, he authorized a new translation of the Bible.
It said he authorized. What does the word authorized mean, sis? Authorized. Sis, no, wait, that's my question. What, but we reading something real quick. What does the word authorized mean? What does that mean? Authorized. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to show you this though. Okay, well, if you got a platform, set up somewhere then. Go set up. So we're gonna continue to teach people that want to learn, sis. Yeah, but we're not here to learn. We're here to teach.
That's right.
Oh, praise.
You say you had a question. What's your question? Ask your question, sis. I'm listening. So what was your question? What was your question? Why did he reference King James in his speech? Well, go to 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Watch this, sis.
Bring it out. Cheek up. Bring it out.
Okay, let's do one at a time. Let's do one at a time. You got that? Read that.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter
4 and verse 20.
5 and 21. Prove all things.
Did you see that? So the Bible says to prove all things. So if you making a statement that's saying when it reference King James, you have to prove that, because like I said, it's a lot of false information out here.
Right.
You see that?
Right.
So the Bible says we have to prove all things, right?
Hold fast that which is good.
It also says hold fast that which is good, which is the Bible. He was trying to explain King James to you real quick. Now this is written by scholars. Let's read about King James real quick. King James. Watch this, sis.
Start over. King James. The crown passed from James I, who had been king of Scotland for 37 years.
You see that? King James was a dark-skinned man. He was a ruler of Scotland for 37 years. Because you ever heard of the Dark Ages? They call it Dark Ages because we ruled during the Dark Ages.
Right. That's right.
King James was a... Watch this. No, dark-skinned people ruled. Let me finish this. Let me finish this, sis. Let me finish this, sis. Read on.
As James 6. Several months after he ascended the throne of England, he authorized a new translation of the Bible to replace the bishop's Bible.
You see that? So he authorized a new translation to replace the bishop Bible because it was in different languages. You see that? Watch this. Read on.
47 of the best Hebrew.
No, just regular.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars.
You see that? It says 47. He got 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars. Read.
Of the day.
You see that? So he got the best of the best of that day. Read.
Were divided into 6 groups. 3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha.
You see that? So those groups were divided, one for the New Testament, one for the Old Testament, and another group for the Apocrypha.
Right.
You see that? King James never wrote the Bible. He was a king. He just authorized the translation of the Bible to English where we can read it.
Right.
So now go back to Isaiah 28 where he had you holding. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 28. Wait, 11 or 28 and verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue.
So now the Bible saying for with stammering lips and another tongue, which means another language,
will he speak to this people.
You see that? Because I speak English. That's the only language I can speak. Right. So God said, for stammering lips and another tongue shall he speak to his people. I can't speak Hebrew. I can't speak Spanish. I can't speak these things.
Right.
You see that?
Right.
So I got to read it and understand it in English.
That's right.
You see that? And we don't, and like you say, hold it, go to, let me see what I want. Go to Revelation 1. What you mean, like that cross at that church? You won't find nowhere in the Bible where God tells us to wear a cross. We don't believe. No, I know what I want. Go to Psalms 105, verse 17. Because what's your name? Say, get your name. Okay. Well, I want you to hear this before you pull off, sis. Watch this. So you heard of Joseph, right? Joseph is on the walls of Egypt. People can't deny that. He's on the walls of Egypt. He was a Hebrew. Okay, like I said, that's fine for you to know that. But that's not going to get us salvation. I want you to hear something. Watch this. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 105 and verse 17. He sent a man before them, even Joseph.
See that? So the topic is Joseph. Watch this, sis.
Who was sold for a servant.
Because his brothers sold him to the Arabs, and the Arabs sold him to the Egyptians, right? To Pharaoh. Right? Go ahead. Watch this.
Whose feet they hurt with fetters. He was laid in iron until the time that his word came, The word of the Lord tried him.
You see that, sis? So it says he was locked up. They imprisoned him. You see that? I want you to get off phone. I want you to hurry up so you can hear this. Because this is important to our people. Hotep won't get us salvation. You see that? Watch this. Watch this, sis. Watch this, though. Read on.
The king sent and loosed him, even the ruler of the people.
So the king of Egypt, he sent and loosed Joseph. Joseph was a Hebrew, right? He wasn't an Egyptian. Watch this. Read on.
And loosed him and let him go free.
Read.
He made him lord of his house.
What did he do to Joseph?
He made him lord of his house.
So the Pharaoh made Joseph lord of his house.
That's right.
Get to the point. Read 22.
Verse 22. To bind his princes at his pleasure and teach his senators wisdom.
What did he do to the Egyptians?
And teach his senators wisdom.
So Joseph taught the Egyptians. Joseph was second in command by Pharaoh. You see that? You see that? But okay, sis, one question before you pull off. One question before you pull off. What the books that you read, where in there can I learn about my history? What can you learn about? Do it tell you about slave ships and those books you got? Do it tell you about slave ships? What is your nationality? Isaiah 1 and 3. Right, where's your race? Read that.
The book of Isaiah.
But that's not going to get us salvation, sis. I can learn 4 languages. What they going to do for the man selling crack?
Right.
What they going to do for him? What they going to do for the black man that don't want to take care of his kids?
Right.
What they going to do for them?
Let me say one thing to you. I'm gonna, just one. No, this is not an argument. Let me give you just one thing. Can I give you one scripture? Psalm 19:3. Hold up, sis. This Psalm 19:3. Psalm 19:3.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 3.
Listen, this sister was up here talking about language. She was getting all tied up in language and don't even know her nationality.
That's right.
Read this.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
There is no speech nor language where the voice is not heard. Who made all of the speeches?
Right.
Who's the maker of all speeches?
That's right.
There's not one that he can't hear.
Right.
Read that again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 3. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right.
Their line is gone out through all the earth.
That's right. The Most High can understand. That's why he put the different languages in different places so that we could get the understanding to our people wherever they are.
That's right. That's right.
But sister got tied up in language because she thought she knew something about language. Right. She thought she knew something we didn't know, saying she can speak in a lot of different languages. This is what she better be worried about. Give me John 9:31. This is what she got to be worried about. 9:31. Read.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
And it don't even matter what language you speak.
That's right.
Right.
If you're a sinner. Read it again.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
Do God's will and he'll hear whatever language you speak.
That's right.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.